Thanks for tuning in to Lotus Yoga Online. This is a shorter flow sequence focused on the hips. We're going to be opening up our hips and our pelvis in a couple different directions, so there will be some strength elements, but mostly expansion. Let's go ahead and get started on our mats. Come into an easy seat, down on your hips. Let your eyes close. Take a deep inhale. A big exhale. Tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. Notice if either one of your shoulders is slowly lifting towards your ears. Draw your shoulders down. Take another inhale. Then exhale, let your chin drape down towards your chest. Drop your head heavy at center. As you step into your practice, when your eyes close and you begin to hear your breath, notice any dominating thoughts in your mind. Slowly draw your left ear over towards your left shoulder. And then again, relax through both arms. Any dominating thoughts at the forefront of your mind, is it something that can be set aside for this practice? Channel your focus to the simplicity of your breath in and your breath out. Let your chin drape down to your chest. One more time, hang your head heavy. Then inhale, lift both of your arms up overhead. Forward folds, bring your hands to the mat. Walk your hands out as far as you can and then press some energy into the hands. If your elbows drop or your forehead drops all the way down, you can take up that space. Scan your body. Notice how this feels in your hips, how it feels in your knees. Take a long inhale. Big exhale. And roll all the way up. Walk both of your hands behind your hips. Fingers flaring out to the long edge of the mat. Lift your hips. Press down through your knees. You can keep your gaze forwards. I like to lift my gaze up and then feel the shoulder blades hug in and open the chest. One more breath. Exhale, release. Switch the cross of your ankles so your other foot will come on top or in front. And then take another forward fold. Walk your hands out. This time it may feel slightly different in your hips or slightly different in your knees. If it gets too intense in any of your joints, you can always back out. In our practice, we want to find the working edge, the place where there's a little bit of muscular resistance and where there's an intensity of breath. The more you breathe, the more you bring oxygen to each and every cell. Take one more inhale. Full exhale. And rise all the way back up. Palms behind your hips. Then inhale, hips to the ceiling. 3 breaths. Lift up and out of the neck, up and out of the shoulders. One more breath. Exhale, release. Shift onto your hands and your knees, tabletop. Start with a little movement in the shoulders and in the wrists. And let that movement start to build through your spine and into your hips. Does not matter what pace or what direction, but focus on the expansion of your foundation. Spread through your fingers. Create big palm prints on the mat. Lift your right foot to the ceiling. Keep your left toes tucked under so you're pushing down through the left ball mounds. And then lift your right heel. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to chest. Round at your shoulders. Inhale, right heel up as high as you can. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your right knee towards your right wrist and then scoot your left or your right foot to the outside of your left knee. And then slide your left thigh all the way up. Sit back on your hips. Coming into our cow face. If you have a pillow or a block nearby, you can sit it right underneath your hips. Does not matter how much your legs cross over. Any amount is going to stretch the outside of the hips, the IT band. Let's add a chest opening. Reach your right arm up. Bend at your right elbow. Bring your fingers down between the shoulder blades and then press into that space. Press your head into your forearm. Sit up nice and straight. Extend your left arm out to the left side. Spiral your thumb down towards the earth and then bend your elbow, working your fingertips towards one another. It's okay if they don't touch. Breathe. My left shoulder blade tends to wing out in this movement. See if you can plug your shoulder blade back into the body. Full inhale. Full exhale. Take one more breath. Then forward folds. You can maintain your bind in the arms or release both hands down in front of you, whichever feels best. Try to press weight into your hips. Two more breaths. Keep setting your thoughts aside. Focus your mind on your breath and on the sensation arriving in your body. Slowly lift. Send your left arm up high. Big inhale. Exhale, twist. Hold your right thigh or cross elbow to knee. Sit up as tall as you can. Lift through the center of your head. With your exhale, put a little more weight in your back fingertips. One more breath. Empty out. Untwist. Walk both hands over to the left. And then begin to straighten your legs. Press down through your palms. You'll land in a forward fold facing towards the back of your mat. Hang heavy. You can have your feet as wide as your mat or even let them come off of your mat. Full inhale. Full exhale. One more deep breath in. Big exhale out. Ground your right palm down. Inhale, reach the left hand up. Turn all 10 toes towards the left side and then start to lower down to the right knee. So we're spiraling into our cow face. Turn to face the front of your mat as you sit down on your hips. This time your left leg will be on top. Inhale your left arm up high. Bend at the elbow, bring palm between the shoulder blades and breathe. You can hold here or add the full bind with the right arm. Internal rotation of your shoulders so the thumb points down, and then bend and reach for your fingers. Inhale, lift your gaze. Press into your forearm with your head. One more breath. Exhale, forward folds. Your choice if you want to keep or release the bind of your arms. Focus on the expansion of your outer hips. 3 more breaths. If you sense an overall theme coming up in your practice, let that guide your intention, guide your purpose, your rhythm of movement. Finish your exhale. Roll all the way up. Inhale the right arm high. Exhale, twist towards your left side. Feel free to take this twist as deep as you want by lifting your left thigh and crossing the elbow, or by bending your left elbow, adding some muscle action into the trunk. 1 more breath. Stay for the exhale. And slowly untwist. Walk both hands over to your right. Begin straightening your legs. Arrive in your wide forward fold, facing the back of the mat. Breathe. Ground the left hand down. Inhale, twist open to the right. Turn all 10 toes to the right. And then start to lower down to your left thigh, left hip. Come right into your tabletop. Lift onto your hands. Step back with your knees. Cow pose. Arch the spine. Drop your belly. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Big opening for the chest. Exhale, cat. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Lift your knees and straighten. Take as much movement as you need. Think about a capital V flipped upside down. You want a straight line in the legs, a straight line in the spine. Little bend in the knees is okay if that helps you get extra lift in the hips and a little more activation in the core. On an inhale, lift your right leg straight up. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Re-straighten your legs, square off the hips. Inhale. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, straighten and square. Then exhale, bend and open, pause. Notice if your right shoulder is lifting. Keep drawing your right shoulder back. Lift up high on your left toes. Cheetah pose. Pull your thigh in, shift your shoulders forwards, then step your right foot through. Twist. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale the left knee down. Inhale, lift your chest, keep the twist. Bring your right hand to your back thigh, reverse. Full breath in, lift your gaze to your fingers. Full breath out. One more inhale. Cartwheel both hands down. Frame your foot. Straighten your right leg for a half split. We'll stay on the left knee. Feel free to bring blocks right underneath your palms so you have a little less distance to fold into. If you have the space, lift your right heel, scoot it forwards. With an exhale, bend the elbows, fold in, breathe. The hips are a hot spot in the body, holding a lot of memory, holding a lot of emotion. Don't be scared to explore this area of the body, but understand things will come up. Sensations will shift into emotions. If you feel that happening in your experience, close your eyes and listen to the oceanic sound of your breath, bringing new energy, new nourishment, and then carrying out the old, flushing out the space. 3 more breaths. Lengthen halfway. Rebend your front leg to your low lunge. Scoot your heel right underneath your knee and then lift your arms to the ceiling, low lunge. Tuck your back toes, slowly lift off of your left knee, high crescent lunge. Breathe in. Warrior 2, exhale, open. We're gonna flow with breath in and out of our dancing warrior and side angle. Send your right arm up, reach your left hand forwards. Then exhale, bring the right hand down in front of the hips, reach your left arm up and over. Reverse, inhale. Exhale, lean forwards, reach and rinse out with the arms. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, flow in. One more time, getting stronger in our legs, stronger in our core, more deeply connected with the breath. This time, pause. You can hold your arms here. Imagine you're holding someone's hands. Or you can plant your right palm down on a block or on your thigh. Take 3 more breaths. Stay low in the right hip. Spread out your toes. Circle your left hand down, twist, square your hips, lift your right arm, breathe in. 3-leg dog, plant your palms, lift your right leg. Try not to scrape your foot on your mat. Use each and every transition to place the body. Downward facing dog, release. High plank, inhale. Lower all the way down to the belly. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, release. Let's flow through a few more cobras. Keep your legs active. Squeeze your elbows and shoulders back, then lift the chest forwards. Exhale, release down. Try not to straighten the arms. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. This time, rest your belly on the mat, float the palms, turn on your legs for 3, 2, 1, release. Child's pose, press your hips all the way back to your heels and breathe. If you need to take a little sway for your body or scoot your knees wide, feel free to adjust. One more long inhale. Big sigh out, exhale. Downward facing dog. Wide foundation with the palms. Engage your legs, lift. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips open. Inhale, straighten your legs, square the hips. Exhale, bend your knee, peel open. One more, inhale. Exhale, open. Chest is square, gaze at your right foot, then turn on your right leg. Stay really strong through the right side. Lift your right heel, inhale. Cheetah pose, exhale. Step the left foot through. Twist open through your left arm, breathe. Exhale, lower the right knee down. Inhale, lift your chest, keep your twist. Then reverse your low lunge. Your left hand taps the right thigh, reach up through the right palm. I like to work on squaring the chest and lifting heart to ceiling. Getting a little more expansion through the right hip flexor. One more breath. Cartwheel your hands down, frame the left foot. Half split, straighten your left leg. We'll hang out here for a couple of breaths. Feel free to give yourself a little more space by bringing your left heel forwards. You can intensify this posture by simply flexing and engaging the left foot, left leg. Breathe. 5 breaths. Think about tapping your tailbone towards the back of your mats. Feels better in my knee if I keep my hips stacked over the right knee. A little more focus on the left leg that way. 2 more breaths. Rebend the left leg. Line up heel underneath your knee. Lift your palms. Tuck your back toes. Lift the right knee. Big inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Roll your shoulders back. Spread out the toes. Keep this depth in your left thigh. Stabilize your legs, your core. On your inhale, reverse. Send the right hand forwards, left arm back. Exhale, switch. Left arm out in front of the hips. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. Inhale, stay low. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, pause. Your choice of your arms. You really work deep into the core with your arms floating and reaching, almost like you've got a firm grip on someone else's hand. You can stay here, place the left hand down. Keep expanding through the right side. One more big inhale. Exhale, circle the right hand down. Twist open to the left side. Breathe in. Exhale, plant the palms. 3-legged dog, big lift. Return to your downward facing dog. Roll forwards, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, release. Cobra. Exhale. One more cobra lift. Float your palms, engage your legs, reach through your toes, breathe. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your toes together, draw your knees as wide as your mat, and then press back for this wide leg child's pose. One more inhale. Full exhale. And roll all the way up. Scoot your knees right underneath your hips and then walk your knees towards the front quarter of your mat. Bring a block right between your heels and then sit all the way down onto the hips. Getting in on my feet. You can stay right here. If this is a big enough stretch across the tops of your thighs and the fronts of your shins, notice if you're wanting to flex your feet and flare them out to the side, that's going to put a little too much pressure on the inside of your knee. So you want to point your toes and scoot them back by the hips. Option to stay here or start to lower back towards the hands. If you come back on your hands, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone. Either hold here in this stretch or let your hips come back down. If you have a little more space to go into your hero's pose, you can start by lowering down to your elbows. If that feels okay, maybe remove your block or lower all the way down to the shoulders. Sometimes I like keeping the block just to give a slight elevation of the hips and a little more space down into the quadriceps. Don't worry about how far you come down. Find your working edge. Find where you have that muscular tension in the quads. That space where you have to focus your attention on the breathing to stay. 3 more breaths. Last inhale. Full exhale. Press down through the elbows. Bring your chin to your chest. Lift all the way up. And round over your thighs, tucking your forehead just in front of the knees. One more breath. And slowly release. Remove your block. Come down onto your back. As you come down on your back, bring both of your knees into your chest. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, plant your left foot, and then press both of your thighs away. Try to get a little more length in the sacrum and down through the tailbone. Take a long breath in. I'll keep this shape, but drop both of your legs over to the left so that your right foot makes a footprint on the ground. Reach your left hand towards your ankle or shin. Give your heel a little scoot closer up your thigh. And then bring your right hand to the top of your thigh and press it away. Should feel most of the stretch, most of the intensity on the IT band on your right leg. Keep pressing your knee away from the body, towards the ceiling. 3 more breaths. And slowly unwind. Bring your right hand to your right foot. Half happy baby. Let your right hip open. Your knee draws a little bit wider than the shoulder, the chest. You can keep your left foot planted or extend your left foot out long. I always imagine balancing on my left foot. What kind of muscle action comes into the core, comes into the leg. If you think about flipping this posture, flipping the gravity, feel free to stay right here or extend out through your right leg if you want a little extra hamstring stretch. 3 breaths. On your inhale, lift your leg back to center. On your exhale, pull your chest up to your thigh and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let your right leg float down. Inhale your arms out over your head. Exhale, hug both knees to your chest. Plant your right foot, cross your left ankle, then press into your hips, press into your thighs. Find a little release in the low back. You can stay here or drop both legs to the right until your left foot plants firm to the ground. I always scoot my left heel a little bit closer towards the body. Let it slide up your thigh, then press the left knee away. If you need to adjust your back, push down through your elbows, lift the chest, and then resettle flat on the shoulder blades. 3 breaths. Gently unwind. Reach for your left foot with the left hand, half happy baby. Open your hip. Extend through the right leg. Option to extend through your left. Breathe. On your inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, fold your chest up towards the left thigh and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Full body stretch, arms out overhead. Big inhale. Sigh out, exhale. Bring the soles of your feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand to the center of the chest, one hand above the navel, and breathe. Notice the energy circulating in your body. Notice your breath wrapping around each organ, spreading out through each limb. You are one complete system, perfect as you are. Recognize your growth, recognize how far you've come. And then recognize how much more space there is to take up, how much more room there is to grow into. Take a deep inhale. Big sigh out, exhale. You can stay as you are, or extend your legs out for a brief Shavasana. Take a moment to adjust, to shake out, getting any final distraction out of the body, any discomfort out of the muscle. Imagine you are in infinite space. kind of floating through time. Get heavy and light in the body, both at the same time. Relax your jaw, relax your lips, relax your brow. Breathe in, relax. You can remain just as you are, kind of riding out this stillness, riding out this time. If you feel ready to awaken, to step back into your day, slowly spread out your hands, turn your toes in, then draw your knees to your chest. Roll to the right side. What kind of energy do you want to carry into your next activity, carry into your next interaction? Set the intention in your mind. Use your left palm. Gently press your way up to a comfortable seat. If you practice this with someone, turn to face them. If you practiced at home by yourself, face the screen. Send a positive thought, a positive vibration to whomever is in front of you. And openly receive that energy. Collectively, we are all contributing and adding to this global experience. Feel unified, feel connected. Gently draw your thumbs to your third eye. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.